Okay, I'm waiting on the Super Bowl. That's the reason I'm constantly on here today, is because I'm waiting on the Super Bowl. I'm bored. So let's do number three. Number three is when we moved from Hope Mills, North Carolina to Rayford, North Carolina. There's a lot to do in Rayford because we stayed there quite a bit. We still lived across the street from a textile mill, and my mother worked one shift, my father worked the other. She babysitted while he was at work, he babysitted while she was at work. I had my little sister then, and my mother was pregnant with my other sibling. But anyway, I remember one time I got chastised and punished because there was an empty building beside of our house, and I had wrote SHIT on the thing. Now I was fixing to start in the first grade. Now my sister told on me. So then my mother, she comes in, she wants to know, and I told her, I said, well, Mom, I said I was trying to spell shirt. I just left the R out. Well, that didn't go too well. But anyway, my father was there at that time, and he was a very rough person. He was raised next to Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And his mother left him when he was a child, when he was 2. But his stepmother helped raise him, and his stepmother, she liked to hang around with them soldiers, and she liked trouble. So she would always tell them, they would get to talking and bragging about how bad they were. And she would say, she told them one night, she said, well, I got a son, stays over in Rayford, North Carolina. I said, I'll bet you money you cannot whoop him. So they come on over to the house. It's late in the night. I don't even remember what time. All I remember is my mother having to jump up, my father screaming and hollering. My mother jumped up and grabbed me by one hand, grabbed my sister by the other hand, and her pregnant, run off through the woods to our neighbor's Mr. Tim, who owned the store on the corner. All right, anything about after this, I have to tell you what my father told me about it. He said that they started, and a young fella come out. I don't know if he'd been to Vietnam or was going to Vietnam or what, but he thought he was the baddest thing that ever was, and that's what got my grandmother, step-grandmother, to challenge him. Well, Daddy said that it was one of the most worst fights he'd ever been in his life, he said, because the boy could fight. He said he'd hit him, and the boy'd hit him back. Said somehow, Daddy said his finger got stuck in the boy's mouth, and the boy latched down on it. And he said he bit on his finger so hard. He said, I beat him beside the head. I beat him in the ear. I beat him. Said he wouldn't let go. He said,